With the Christ candle lit, and the Spirit of God present among us, let us join in this call to worship. Loving God, you call us together.
To worship God.
You call us by name, and just as we are. You know each of our needs. You know our experiences. You know what rests in our minds and our hearts. And in your love, you call us.
To worship God as the people of God.
We come together, our heads, our hearts, our hands and feet, yearning to be remade and redirected to the paths of justice in ways of love. Help us, Jesus, to walk in the paths of justice and love that you yourself have walked.
To worship God as the people of God.
God invites us to worship as beloved and loving people. Mold us, Holy Spirit.
To worship God as the people of God.
So welcome. Good to see you all today and to be able to join together in this time of worship and fellowship together. I have a few pieces of information to bring to you, and the flowers, first of all, that are placed, the beautiful flowers today. They're from the Jackson family in memory of their son and brother, Captain Tom Jackson. Gail, who wanted to speak, so I'll let you do that.
Morning. Dan's retirement party is coming up fairly quickly, and the cutoff for people coming to the party after the luncheon was on Tuesday. But if you haven't put your name down yet, please sign in on the sheet that's on that table just outside there. And also, there's a blue box out there that take a piece of paper, go home and write a little card, and put your thoughts of what Dan has meant to you over these 14 years that he's been with us, and put it in that little box. So we'll have a lovely luncheon after the June 30th service. So, thank you.
Thank you, Gail. I want to just mention as well that there are two people three people actually, that we need to be holding immediately in prayer. So, Doris Luggett has been in hospital for a few weeks. She's now been moved to Surrey for convalescent care. And so we just continue to hold Doris and her family in our prayers. And we also pray for Barbara Geddes, who has had a fall, and she's in hospital, and we're just mindful that things are not in a good place at the moment, so we need to be praying for her and her family. Also, Pat Bodie has been in hospital over the week. She was in the Surrey hospital for a while, now she's back to the Delta hospital, and we just want to continue to hold Pat in our prayers for her health as well. So many people that we need to be attentive to and caring for. There are other things in the announcements that did not get sent out to you on Friday, but they will go out today with the videos. Last Sunday we had a technical issue. Michael was here and he filmed, and it was wonderful to see him doing that. And we didn't realize until afterwards that it only videoed the first 5 minutes and then it died. So today I made it sure it was going to work, and it is working. And so we will have the videos of this service put together and sent out for people that you might want to send it forwarded on to as well, along with the announcements that are before us. So one of the big announcements is just an awareness and a calling forward of anybody that's able and willing to step into a couple of positions. We are clearly still needing to have people step in to become part of the M&P committee, at least 2 more people. And we are still in the process of looking to name a treasurer for our congregation. But along with that, there are many things, and the board knows, and property manager Mary knows this, and many others know it. But I end up doing a whole lot of little things that if I don't do them, they may not get done. And so I'm just going to name a couple of those, just so that you can be aware. So in order to get this place opened up and running for worship on Sunday morning, I'm the first one here to open the door, to turn on the lights, to set up the tables and chairs, and to make sure the mics and everything and the camera are all working in place. And any adjustments to putting the baptismal font in place or moving it aside at the moment, all of these things are part of your worship. And I don't say that to pat myself on the back. I love to do it. But if I'm not here, somebody else is going to have to do it. I'm aware that that's not, I don't want it to be a pressure. I just want you to know what it takes to make this place open up and function for you. And then at the end of the service, after everyone's gone, I make sure the lights are out, the doors are locked, tables and chairs are put away. Sometimes that's done by some of you, and that's really helpful. With the greeters and the readers, there's people that are setting that up, and continue to offer that, please. That's a gift to the worship time that we have together. But there's also one other thing, key holders. Please call Heather if you hold a key for this congregation, for this church, to get into this building. We want to just make sure we have everybody named who has it, but we also need to find out if some people have a key that don't need it at the moment, because we're very short on keys, and especially if we're going to hand the key to somebody that is willing to come in, open the door, and set the lights and all that kind of stuff, we'll need to make sure we have keys to do that. So please check, make sure if you do have a key for a purpose, that's great. If you just are holding one and can turn it back in, Heather needs to know that so that in 5 more weeks, those keys can be handed over to somebody else. I name these things for awareness and attentiveness. And in the midst of that, there's a lot of emotion. And I try to calm my emotions as I speak it. And I appreciate your thoughts and your words of care and support and welcome. So let us, with all of these things that are part of the life of our church together, being God's people in this place, let us enter into our time of worship. We sing our hymn of invitation, number 151, Lift High the Cross.
Till all the
prayer that we consider the prayer of confession is going to be first, and then we will continue in the prayer of adoration. Thank you, Sylvia.
Good morning. I found this prayer of confession quite chilling. Prayer of lament for children who did not return from residential schools. Creator, God of love and justice, comforter of those who mourn, we turn to you, acknowledging the actions of your church, our complicity in running residential schools and taking children from their families. We have asked forgiveness and committed to work for truth, healing, and reconciliation, but we recognize that for some, that charge came too late.